have a miniature Australian Shepherd here. She's a little nervous, but she is a very good dog, and she is at the groomer's today getting a bath, conditioner, haircut, nails cut, ears clean, and a handmade bandana, or maybe a bow. I gotta look through my stash and see what I have. So we're gonna get started with the bath, and I don't have my phone or any of my stuff set up, so we're just gonna show you her in the bathtub and skip over to the haircut in a minute. Okay, so I blow dried her just for a minute, and I washed her and I put on conditioner too. So I'm gonna put her away real quick, and then I'm gonna clean up my mess in the tub, because after every dog I always have to go back and clean the tub out. Then I'm gonna get her back out and finish blow drying her on the table. All right, she's just gonna hang out right here, and she's not complaining or anything until I am ready to get her back out. Okay, she is almost dry. So we're going to go ahead and get started. She's a very nervous dog, so I have to go slow because I don't want to spook her, because they will try to jump off this table. We're just trimming her up all over. She's got some mats in her butt. Stay right there. Got some mats in her butt, so I got to cut those out. But I'm going to get my slicker brush and start brushing her out. Very easy. Very easy. We're just trimming up all the scraggly hairs. I'm also going to turn my fan on to help dry her a little bit. Because even if you blow dry them, they're still going to be damp next to their skin. And it is cold outside. So she does not want to be wet when she leaves. All right, I'm going to get my chunkers and start cutting these mats out. So I'm going to get my comb, because combs will find all the mats. A metal comb. See, right there. Excuse me, where are you going? Yeah, it seems like she chews on herself. It's all probably from chewing. All these little mats in here, because there's none in the front and they're all back here. So a lot of dogs have allergies, and they just chew and chew up their fur. All these little mats, I'm just taking out with my chunkers, and you'll never even be able to tell because they just kind of thin the hair out. Excuse me. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna get my, I don't know what this is called, the dematting tool. It's like little razors, and it cuts through the mats. Excuse my curtains. I'm in the middle of making curtains, because the dogs get excited. They sit here on the table and they watch all the cars go by, and they're constantly like this, trying to jump and look and see who's coming. And if anybody's walking down the street, it's all over. It's like they start guarding this place. They think they own it. So sometimes I got to keep that window shut. Yeah, she got a big mat back here. I can't even see what I'm doing. Excuse me. Excuse me. This one's spinning circles. It just spins it out. She got a real big mat in here. And her father knows, he said he knows that she has mats, and just cut them out. Take my comb. My comb can find all the mats. See, because I have the fan going, as I work on her back end, her front end is drying. So by the time I get to her front end, it'll be mostly dry. Keep cutting out the mats. And then I'm going to shave her belly out with a tin blade and her potty area. Okay, that is pretty good right there. So I'm going to shave her potty area, her belly, and her butt with a tin blade. Nobody wants all this hair on their dog, on their back end, because everything is just going to stick to it. So I'm just going to shave. Australian Shepherds don't have tails, so I'm just shaving under her nub. All right, I'm going to lift her leg and shave under her belly. Hold this hair out of my way. We shave her whole belly area so it stays clean. We want to prevent these mats from happening. I'm going to use my zero comb to take off some of this hair. I'm not going to take it too short, but short enough to prevent mats. See, she still has more mats in here. Just brush that out. After I use the zero comb attachment, I'm going to come back and trim it up. Find another mat. Come in with my thinning shears and remove them. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Trying to sit. All right. All right, so I already trimmed up this side over here. So I'm going to show you me trimming up this side. See all the hair on her back ankle? I'm just going to scissor that off. Use my comb, fluff it up. Just scissor straight down. I'm going to go ahead and trim her feet up too. Now I already shaved the pads of the feet out. So I'm just going to come in with my little scissors. I don't know if you want to see her. There we go. I'm going to trim up between the toes. I'm popping her foot open with my finger back here. So I'm spreading her toes so I can get between here. Get my brush and my curved scissors and just fluff it up and trim it round. Round it off. Pop her toes open, trim between the toes. Get my nail clippers and cut her nails. Once I get all the hair off, I can see the nails better. You always want to trim the feet first. Not always, but usually. It's hard to see what you're doing till you get the hair off the foot. Just trim that round. Dog is very, very easy. All right, now I'm going to get my chunkers and just trim up all her feathers. I think I have most of the mats out. When I'm done with her, I'm going to take my 7 skip tooth blade and just go around and skim off all the scraggly hairs. Just being careful because I don't know if there's tangles in here. And I comb. All right. Comb it all up and scissor it off. These give it a more soft look than regular scissors. If I use regular scissors, it would just be like a straight chop look, and this just blends it in. Makes it look more natural. Excuse me. Very nervous. They were worried about dropping her off earlier. I was like, she'll be okay, because she's such a nervous dog. And actually, I mean, it's kind of good for them to get out of the house and get socialized, to get away from their owners. Even though they're scared, it's kind of a good thing. It's like children. I mean, if they're just sitting in the house watching TV all the time and never around any other humans, that's not good for them. Even though they're scared to go somewhere, you know, you still got to go. You got to get out of the house. Dogs got to get out of the house. I'm going to trim this front foot. She's very good. She's just nervous. It's okay. And you know me. She's been coming here a long time. I think one of the first times she came here, she had a big harness on, and she slipped out of it and tried to run off. But now today, she walked right on in. But she knows how to pop out of that harness. A lot of dogs, they know how to just, if they put on the brakes, they just pop right out of their harness. That's why if you have one of those dogs that do that, it's good to put maybe a harness and a leash and then a collar and a leash too, so you have a backup. I had a dog once. It was like a big Shih Tzu mix. He came here and he slipped out of his collar. He put on his brakes and he popped right out of his collar and he was gone. He ran right down the street. Luckily, somebody found him a couple hours later, and so they were able to find him, but he just took off. Like, you gotta be careful with trying to bring your dog in. Like I said, you might want to put a double leash on them. Excuse me. All right, I'm going to cut the nails. You're almost done. I just have to finish trimming up her butt. And she probably thinks that I'm talking to her anyway, you know. But I'm not talking to you. I'm going to finish trimming up her butt and trim up her head, clean her ears, dress her up, and we will be done. Okay. I'm going to use my zero comb to skim off the scraggly hairs around her neck, and I'm going to go real slow because I don't want her to jump because she's very skittish. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Plus this is loud and it might scare her anyway. Just going to take this cotton ball and I put ear cleaner on it. I'm going to wipe her ear out. Absolutely nothing in there. So yes, I'm using the same cotton ball for the other side. Nothing in there. Nice and clean. Okay. Now if she had like a dirty ear on this side, I would use a fresh cotton ball for this side because we don't want to spread it, but there's nothing in there. So she's okay. All right, I'm going to take my 7 skip tooth and skim off all the scraggly hairs. See this blade? It's got little points on it, and it just glides over all the scraggly hairs and takes them off. Even though I already used the thinning shears or the chunkers, I still like to do it twice because there's always hairs that stick out later. Okay, do her butt. Just taking my chunkers and shaping up her back end. All the mats are gone. Cut all those mats out and it doesn't even look choppy. Still looks pretty good. And it's good too that I make these videos because when people are nervous about leaving their dog, they can watch the video and see that their dog is fine. I mean, I would worry about my dog too, honestly. I mean, I would. So at least this way, they can see what's going on. I mean, they shake and they are nervous, but they're okay. Okay. I'm just trimming her ears up and we are almost done. I'm trying to get out of the way. I keep getting in the way. There we go. Just comb it all down to the side. Pull it out and just trim around the edge. Do the same to the other ear. We're just neatening everything up. We don't want it short, or they don't want it short. We just want it neatened up and fluffed up. Okay. I'm getting ready to dress her up. I got to get my, I don't know, a bow or a bandana. I got to see what I have. Just shaping her chest up, skimming off the scraggly hairs. I always tend to pick and pick and pick at the end because I just want to make sure there's nothing out of place. All right, I'm going to spray her down with some conditioner. I don't know. I may have put it in the back. Oh well, I don't think I have it, and I don't want her to jump off the table. So I'm going to wipe her down with some water. I think, yeah, I left it in the back when I blow dried her. I just like to wipe them off because all those loose hairs are stuck to them. I like to wipe their faces off when I'm done. See her ears popping up? She doesn't like this. But we're going to do it anyway. Okay. And we have a fall bandana. And it has a pumpkin. And it's going to make you pretty. And it ties on. How cute is that? See, that makes it worth it. Okay. Let me just double check this. See, we got a hair out of place. Hold on. All right, she's ready to go. Thanks for watching. That was super, super easy.